Welcome, everybody, after a 2-week hiatus here for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. We open up round 5 here tonight with, of course, the Doug Design ARCA Series here at Texas Motor Speedway. And I have a good feeling about tonight. It should be I would say a very entertaining, very interesting race. I've been hearing a lot of mixed feelings about the track and the setup here after that week 13 update. So, I don't know what's going to happen on the track, but we have 125 laps to figure that out. Tonight, joining me here for the first time, Nicholas Vroman. Nicholas, glad to have you here. We've been talking about this, and well, we got you up here in the booth finally, buddy. But at Texas, man, talk about the track, and glad to have you.
Thank you, man. And yeah, I actually was able to get out on the track with some of these guys before the lobby opened up to run some practice laps. And let me tell you, it is especially something different with after that week 13 update. These guys are going to be fighting an extremely tight condition off of turn 2. Coming into turn 3, it's going to be a little bit loose early on in the run. And then off of turn 4, again, it's going to be a little bit tight. But it's going to be a lot of great racing out here tonight.
This track is a little bit different than, like Atlanta or some of the other tri-oval tracks. This is a tri-oval track, a base track. But the front stretch here, if you want to call it that, you get out of turn 4, you'll go straight for about a second, and then you're right back on the wheel going out of the tri-oval and down into turn number 1. How well do you think these guys are going to have to really, especially if they're side-by-side, going to have to deal with the way that transitions?
Yeah, going through that travel, it's going to be a lot of give and take. You got to know if you got a guy on the outside of you, you kind of need to run that inside line, run as close as you can to the grass, give that guy on the outside plenty of room, and vice versa. If you're on the outside, don't necessarily pinch that guy down low because he's going to nip the grass. When you nip that grass through the travel, it could get him loose, and it could possibly shoot him up right into you and end both of your nights.
Yeah, and that is not what you want to do here. Now, this, like I said, it's 125 laps. We've got that pre-race analytics here up real quick, Nicholas, for everybody out there. An air temp of 65, a really very nice, cool track temp out there of 69 degrees. I don't foresee that track heating up really, but I imagine it's going to get a lot of grip out there within about 40 to 50, 60 laps into this race. There's going to be a lot and a ton of grip out there. You just got to put yourself in that position to get that grip.
Yeah, and really it's about being consistent as well, especially when you come down through turns 1 and 2. You're talking about that grip. The grip is going to be down low. If you just miss that line by a hair and you go half a car length above that, you're going to wash up the track through the center of that corner. You're going to lose a ton of momentum off down the backstretch.
Yeah, don't want to lose the momentum either. Well, we're looking at it here. Like I said, 125 laps, 187.5 miles. Now, I put that tire at about 30 to 40 laps here. Texas is a little abrasive. Not as bad as Atlanta or some of those type of tracks, but it does use up tires. So 30 to 40 laps, right around the time where that fuel window will start at about 40 to 46 laps. That's quite a good fuel run out here for these drivers in these ARCA cars.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a quick race, 125 laps. If you goes green all the way to the end, you're only talking about 2 green flag pit stops through the entire race. And yeah, the tires are going to be huge. I was talking to a couple of guys earlier. They're saying, man, we were screaming for some right side tires. All right, fronts were down into the 20% mark. So yeah, tires going to be huge, and taking care of your stuff is going to be huge as well.
Yeah, we'll get to that tire thing here a little bit because we know they can blow. But we'll talk about it here in just a little bit. Pit road, 45 miles per hour. We're going to get to that here in just a second, but the pace speed here is 55 miles per hour. But that pit road, 45 miles per hour, Nicholas, and you're on old tires. You don't have no fuel out there. You're just, trying to make it a 2-pit road. You have got to be careful, and I stress this every race. You've got to be careful coming down pit road.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a little secret out there to all the guys. What I do, I kind of just close my eyes and say, "Jesus, take the wheel" when I gotta complete a green flag pit stop, because just like you said, it can be treacherous. You know, you can make a lot of time or you can lose a lot of time. Get on the pit road. You know, you see guys out here who are always winning. They win a lot and they get themselves in the right position by their pit road entry and pit road exit. So, pit road entry and exit is definitely gonna be huge.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch that as the race progresses. But I don't know, Nicholas, if you've got the points up in front of you.
I do, actually.
You do, actually. All right. Well, I'm going to run through the top 6, and then I'm going to let you do 7th through 12th here. So, Eli Green going to come in tonight up in that top spot with 131 points. We got a tie here between James Shane Wolf up 7 spots from 2 weeks ago and Brian Wassman up 6 spots from 2 weeks ago. Both of these gentlemen at 126 points, 5 points behind Eli Green. Eric Talent, now I'm going to go ahead and say it. Eric Talent is my pick here tonight. He is up 3 spots into 4th at 125 points, 1 back from Brian and James. Then we have another tie here. Up 5 spots is going to be Kyle Knapp Sr. into 5th, and Orlando Rivera, go ahead and say it, Nicholas. That is your pick here this evening. So, tied right there at 123 points with Kyle Knapp Sr., 2 back, in 6th from Eric Talent.
Yeah, Orlando Rivera, when you talk about like picks to win and who I want to pick, I look at guys who are going to be very consistent. He's been consistent all year long. You're talking about 3 top 10 finishes, 2 of which in the top 5. He had a mishap 2 weeks ago in Michigan, finished about 32nd place. I expect him to rebound well and work his way back up and get his first win of the season. But here we go, starting P7. We got Brad Slaughter Jr. here, starting in P8. Ryan Swan.
You mean in points, right?
Points, yeah. Points, yes, points, not P8. Position 9 on the point standings. We got Patrick Moore, actually tied with James Thorndike, who is up 6 positions. So he's on a big move, upward trend through this all. Coming in 11th on the points, we got Jake Bustos. And if I pronounce your name wrong, sorry, contact me later. And round out the top 12 here, we got Brandon L. Book.
All right, that is the top 12 in the point standings. Now, at about round 8, I will bring up the top 15 in the point standings to kind of, because, we're going to see some jostling into the point standings. So, only the top 12 is going to make it after round 10 of the regular season into the chase. And right now, this is where it would start, or this is who would be locked in if it, of course, started tonight. But that is not going to be the case, folks. We still have, after tonight, going to be 5 races left in the regular season. So, everybody, just stay tuned, because this is going to be an interesting race. We're going to step away, play the national anthem, folks. So don't go anywhere. Qualifying drivers meeting and some team point standings coming up right after this. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Qualifying, of course, is underway here as we speak, but coming down to about 40 seconds left here in qualifying. Now, Nicholas, even though it says, 20 minutes up there, that is not what they get. They only get 5 minutes of qualifying or 2 laps, whatever they choose to do. The rest of it is the drivers' meeting that they do here at Extreme Motorsports. So a little bit different format.
Yeah, I like that format, honestly. You get all the guys together, get a little pre-race talk with each other, do's and don'ts, share a little wisdom, and then you go off to your rooms and you guys go out there and do the things.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're looking at it here now. I was actually thinking earlier on of picking that number 99 machine of Brendan L. Book, and I probably should have, because right now he is currently setting up in that top spot in pole. Now, I know you can't win it on the first lap, Nicholas, but this gives him a pretty good understanding of what needs to happen here at Texas.
And that's a good starting position for Brandon L. Book. If I'm not mistaken, that's going to be his first pole position of the year through the first 5 races now. He's going to start out front, and he's going to have that, most importantly, clean air. He's going to start on the inside line. He's going to get a good jump out of turn 2, so that's a good starting position for them. And he's also currently sitting 12th in points on that bubble. So if he can get a good finish here tonight, pick up a couple more positions in the point standings, he'd be sitting good.
Oh, yeah, top 12. He's already going to pick up a bonus point here. Top 12 in qualifying, going to get that extra bonus point. So this is definitely going to help him to, I wouldn't say solidify the top 10 or the top 12, but going to give him an extra bonus point. Of course, you lead the most laps, you're going to get an extra bonus point as well, but 0 incidents the whole race, not having one incident, you get 2 bonus points. Now, if you lead the most laps, let's just say if you have a clean race and then you end up winning it and you flawlessly do it all, lead the most laps, 0 incidents, lead the most laps, of 49 total points, I believe it is, Nicholas, that you can get. So if Brendan L. Book has just a flawless race here tonight and everybody in the top 11 have a not so good race or not the race they wanted, Brendan L. Book, he could move up into, I would probably put him in the top, probably 6 through 12. Top 6, maybe.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, when you talk about points racing, every point seriously does matter. I can go all the way back to last year in the Xfinity Series when a teammate of mine missed the playoffs by 1 point. That's just basically one clean race that he could have had, and he would have been locked in. So points, without a doubt, definitely matter. And Brandon L. Book starting off good, getting +1 with qualifying in the top 12.
Yes, he is. And we are going to go ahead and jump into it tonight. Everybody knows we've got points to go over. Team points at that. Nicholas Vroman has those ARCA team points here coming into tonight for the teams. So, Nicholas, choice,
here we
bud.
Go. In the Doug Designs ARCA series, number 1, we got Kickin' Asphalt Racing with 123. Second place is going to be Virtual Racing Alliance, only 3 points back. Sitting in third place, we got East Coast Motorsports at 114. Fourth place, Primetime Motorsports at 106. Simpson Motorsports coming in at 5th place with 97 points on the board. Coming in 6th with BDE Legacy Esports, 94 points. And tied with them for 6th place, actually, is going to be Evans Wells Racing with 94 points as well. And rounding out the team points, coming in 8th is going to be 4X Racing with 68 points.
All right, well, that is the ARCA. That is one of the 4 series they do. Now we get to the overall team points coming in here to tonight where that team championship is decided. And, man, we look at it here. We're going to go ahead and through it. Then we're going to go ahead and go through it. Then we're going to talk about it. Primetime in that top spot with 1303. Virtual Racing Alliance in second with 1240. East Coast Motorsports in third with 1061. Evan Wells Racing in fourth with 910. 9 points behind them is going to be Kicking Asphalt Racing with 901 in fifth. Samson Motorsports in sixth with 841. Legacy Esports in seventh with 775. And 4X in eighth, rounding out that eighth position with 723. Now, Nicholas, we know that there is a two-time defending team championship here. That's Samson Motorsports. And we're halfway through the regular season. I know anything is possible. Right now, them sitting back in sixth at 841. Not looking too strong right now. But we still have, after tonight, 10 more races. And this goes all across the board. So anything can change for Samson.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, you're talking about 10 races. I mean, I want to be a little biased and say they can't do it because my team's currently sitting P1. I mean, I know I don't like being biased in the booth, but when we're talking about it, like, I kind of hope they can't. But yeah, you're completely right. 10 races on the board. That is a ton of points out there to grab. Those five teams in front of them start slipping up a bit. They have a few bad races, and Samson just clawed their way back into it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, primetime VRA East Coast. Right now, VRA sitting in second in that team point standings. Really relatively close, between VRA and Primetime for that top spot. Now, like I said, we're still early, but, this goes all the way up through round of 5 of the chase of the Cup Series. That's where, after that, it's over. Everything's tallied, everything's done. That's where that team champion is going to come out. So, what's it going to take for, not only Samson, but, Evan Wells, 4X, kicking Fast Coast Motorsports. Now, East Coast Motorsports to really get it together and, really just move up the board.
It's about gaining that confidence, 5 weeks or getting ready to come up to 5 weeks through the season. Obviously those teams necessarily may not have had the best races or the races they have expect, but you got to come to realize that there's still half of the season to go. There's still time to get it together, get your mojo back on and get on the track and start producing like they know they can and they think they can. And then, being said at the top, guys, anything can happen. Any given week, anybody can win. That's what I love about Extreme Motorsports 99.com. This league in general, just so many great drivers out on the track, and it really is a blast going out there and racing with these guys.
Oh, yeah, it is. Well, it looks like the drivers' meeting. That drivers' meeting ended relatively quickly here tonight. So let's go ahead and get our pole sitter up here real quick, shall we? Brendan L. Book, buddy, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you're going to grab the pole out here tonight, bud. And from what Nicholas was saying, this is your first pole.
Yes, this is my first pole here in the Doug Designs ARCA series here at Extreme Motorsports 99.
Well, how does it feel getting the pole here at Texas after this hiatus, this 2-week break that we had?
It feels really good actually, with the overhaul that iRacing did with their new update with the tire model, and then also the cars seem to drive a bit different. So hopefully, this leads into like the middle of the season and can give me a good playoff run, and some momentum going.
Well, you are currently just inside of that top 12, bud. So you are going to get a bonus point here for qualifying in that top 12. So this is, kind of some momentum going forward. But how's the track feel? How's the tires? I know you guys were out there practicing. What do you think that feel is out here tonight?
I think it's going to be a race where you really want to be on that bottom groove, especially in turns 1 and 2, because if you just miss that bottom by like half a car width, you're pretty much blown the corner. So it's going to be a lot of focus on trying to hit your marks, and and if you do, you're going to have try not to hit that wall either, trying to just not lose as much time. So I think it's going to be hopefully a long run race that we can see what this new tire model has to offer, and benefit the people that know how to take care of their car and their equipment and tires.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everybody wants to know exactly what it's going to take. It is a fixed setup, so, you can't change tire pressure. You can't do any of that. So, what you got's what you got. So, but Brandon, man, hey, congratulations on pole here tonight, buddy. You're going to get things rolling. Man, I don't know what to say. It's 125 laps out here tonight. So, not going to be a long race, but long enough for a mile and a half for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I just once again want to thank Rick Donovan for putting on all these Extreme Motorsports 9 series, and then also Doug Blackman for sponsoring it with Doug Design, and then also John and Jake and the admins, trying to deal with all of us ARCA drivers.
Yeah, it is surprising. I've been racing with Brendan, like I said earlier, for quite some time now from the console side of things. And Brendan, man, got one word. Just send it, dude. Send it. You got the clean air. Go out there and lead them laps and get this win. I know you got it.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it, Nick.
All righty, Brendan. Good luck, buddy.
Okay, thank you. You guys have fun up there.
You too. All right. Well, that is Brendan L. Book going to be our pole setter here tonight. How about we go back with somebody from, back, in the back of the field, or mid-pack, I should say. Had about around 19th. How about we go with Ryan Branshaw? I don't know exactly where he's at. Up there he is. I found him. He is down there in 4X. All right, Ryan Branshaw, buddy, got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Well, I am actually going to turn the mic over and put him on the spot here tonight. Nicholas Roman is going to interview Ryan here tonight. Nicholas, go ahead, bud.
All right, Ryan, man, you're starting in P19. I like to call that the Hornet's Nest. You're just about dead smack in the middle. What is going to be your game plan at the start of this race? Are you going to sit around, kind of coast it out and feel things out? Or are you going to try and charge to the front?
I'm just going to sit around. I don't think pushing it in the first few laps isn't going to be worth it. It might, if anything, cause a wreck. I think just hanging out where I'm at is fine, and I'll just, let it all play out.
So through the practice that you've had here in previous practice, what has the tire model been like for you on these longer runs?
I start to feel it off of 4 for sure. You can usually just tap or feather the throttle going into the corner, but as you get more and more into the run, you'll start getting tight, and it also feels loose at the same time, and it's kind of scary off of 4 when you get farther and farther into the run. So
all right, Ryan, man, definitely good luck to you, man, here tonight at Texas. Josh, got anything for him?
Oh, man, all I got to say is, Ryan, it's going to be not a long, grueling race, but, 125 laps. Anything can happen between now and then, man. Good luck. Hey, that's really all I got to say because I don't race. So
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks to Doug for putting this on for us, too.
Yep. Got to give it. I'll give that shout out here in a minute. So, but you already did it. So, thank you, Ryan. Good luck, bud.
Yep, thanks.
All right. Well, with about 2 minutes coming down here this evening, we're not going to go ahead. We're not going to interview anybody here at the last. But what we want to do is check on who we have in chat. Looks like we've got Dottie Lee. Brennan Kennedy, Napa Know-How After Dark. Napa Know-How. Michael Atkins out there. Alan Elwood. Jake Bustos out there in chat. Jake in chat. Jeremy Clifton, Garrett Heath, Ryan Douglas, Dennis Ansman, Ryan Branshaw, Jacob Lee, Brian Odell, Lee Rigney. We got a lot of people joining us in chat here this evening. Gary Wells joining us. Scott Hibbs. Glad to see everybody out there tuning in here tonight. Man, this is going to be a good race, Nicholas. I have a feeling we're going to get that long green flag run. I know we already talked about our picks, but my pick, of course, Eric Talent. Your pick, Orlando Rivera. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Orlando here actually qualified P25th. But, hey, man, Chips are in. I'm all in on Orlando Rivera. Like I said earlier, 3 top 10s through the first 4 races, 2 of which being in the top 5. Got a little scuffle with Michigan. It's all right. I think he goes out here. He kind of works his way to the front methodically. He's very good at saving those tires from what I've seen. I've actually raced with Orlando here on the Tuesday nights in the truck series, and he's definitely a good driver, and I got my eyes on him tonight, and all in. All in on Orlando. We're all in, Josh.
We're all in. All right, Eric Talent going to be starting in 11th as we finalize the last 20 seconds here tonight. I think Eric Talent, he's going to take his talent here tonight and bring it home into victory lane here this evening. So we're going to have a kind of a battle up here in the booth here tonight.
It's going to be a good one.
Right. Oh, yeah, it is definitely going to be a good one here for sure. But it's grid time here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Brendan L. Book going to grab the pole light here tonight. Congratulations to Brendan L. Book with a 30.306. Lee Staples going to start on the outside of him in second. Eli Green third. Jake Bustos fourth. Matt Alverson fifth. Rick Christensen sixth. Coda Kepner seventh. James Shanewoolf eighth. Jeremy Rigney ninth. And Brad Wetzel is going to round out that top 10. Nicholas.
Coming in P11, we got your pick to win it all, Eric Talent. Coming on the outside of him is going to be Rodrigo Loga, starting in 12th. Starting in 13th, we got Lane Doyle. 14th, we got Russell LePage. Starting the inside in P15, we got Randy Kruder. On the outside of Randy, we got James Thorndike. P17 is going to be Brad Slaughter. He's going to try and slaughter the competition out here tonight, as you like to say it. Starting on the outside of him is going to be Ron Shute. P19 is going to be Ryan Branchiu. And round out your top 20, Josh, is going to be Jeff Glockner.
All right, that would be Ron Shute and Ryan Branshaw. Just let you know.
All right. I'll get it.
All right, yeah, going to take him a couple of weeks, but he'll get it. Edward Bray, 21st. Patrick Moore, 22nd. Oh, Mr. Nolan Neiman in 23rd. Chris Canfield, 24th. Orlando Rivera, your pick out here tonight, going to be starting 25th. Ryan Swan, 26th. Brian Wasserman, 27th. Pierce Maffitt, not Moffitt, it is Maffitt. It will be starting 28th. Donnie Lee, 29th. And Edward Moore Sr. going to round out the 30th driver here tonight. Nicholas, finish them out here tonight, bud.
Starting in P31, we got Ryan Douglas. On the outside of Ryan, we got Shane Corcoran.
Sean Corcoran.
Yeah, I definitely butchered that one. Starting in P33, we got Carter Cope. On the outside of Carter, we got Justin Lemke. And we got a couple guys who didn't qualify. But honestly, I'm not sure who's admins and who's not.
All right. Well, Curtis Vollmer, Chris Scala out there, 35th, 36th. I'll go ahead and finish him out. Tyler Raw, 37th. Kevin Frank, 38th. Brian Abbott, 39th. Cal Knapp, 40th. Rick Donovan Sr., 41st. Kristen Diaz, 42nd. And Fernando Gamboa, 43rd. 43 drivers, full field here tonight as we get back into action here for the Doug Design ARCA Series. Doug Blackman, Doug Design getting it going. And I got a poke here earlier from Doug Blackman himself. So he will be giving away yet another license plate here tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and, well, we'll do it after they get going green here. But it's going to be interesting. I'm going to call it on lap 73. Whoever is in such and such position, we'll get that with Nicholas. But lap 73 will win that custom license plate from Doug. Nicholas, we will get that lap or that position from you after we get going green here. Out of 4 we go. Brendan Elbook in control. Pace car is off and away, folks. You know how we get things going. He is on the loud pedal. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing here at Texas.
Yeah, Brandon L. Book with a huge start. Down in the turn one, he's got it by a country mile. He's all by himself. This is exactly what he wanted. Clean air, clean track, and no one behind him.
As they go 2 wide and single file back here. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Brad Wetzel there in the 17 Northern Capital Machine on the outside of the 78. That is going to be Cody Kepner there, the Kepner Boys Trucking. I wouldn't call it, it was a chromatic 78. Good looking paint there by Cody Kepner. Good looking paints here by everybody, as everybody trying to get to that low side here early on. And Nicholas, I think that's what you really, you kind of need to do. Oh, Cody getting loose. We're going to go 3 wide, almost 4 wide here on the backstretch already. They got it figured out there very quickly, but Nicholas.
We got it.
We're wrecking the 11 to throw. Here we go, folks. We're wrecking already. We're going to have a caution. We're going to take a look at what happened. Nicholas, we will get to that lap here momentarily. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happened here. Now, I'm going to be on the 78 of Cody Kepner. He is on the outside. As we seen that, I would almost say 4 wide there. But it looks like they got it figured out. It looked like the 11. Well, let's see here who that number 11 is real quick. That's going to be Jeremy Rigney.
Yeah, he is going down through turns 3 and 4. And like we were saying earlier, Texas is a lot of a one-line track. You want to be as close to that white line as close as you can. He got a little too close that time.
Too close, yep.
Almost had it saved, but the 31 just had nowhere to go, and it sadly collected the 78 of Cody Kepner.
Yep, the 11, the 31, the 78, the 32 going to get a piece. The 31 goes for a ride. We see pieces flying everywhere. This is that new damage model on the ARCA cars, and you see, wow, that's the first time I've seen that. That piece comes right back up into that 11, knocking that 11's front bumper off. We also see the 9 there, and it looks like another driver, the 92, the 9. These drivers going to get a piece of the action. A little bit of glitching going on here. I don't know who is in that car, but this is where iRacing, of course, this is internet too, folks. So, but some damage going to be going on here. But the first caution of the evening here tonight, early on, Nicholas. So, not going to interview anybody right now, but what we want to know is, lap 73, in what position does a driver need to be in to win that custom license plate?
They got to be in lucky number 13.
All right, lucky number 13 on lap 73. All right. Well, let me see here if I can.
Very, very interesting here, though, Josh, right? You're doing that. We got guys actually who didn't come down pit road. Brandon Book, Eli Green, Lee Staples, Jake Bustos. All these guys stayed out on these older tires. Now, me as a driver, I love fresh tires, especially early on. So it's be interesting to see if this thing plays out, if we are able to get a green flag run, and if this might haunt them later on.
Well, and it is to me, it's too early to tell. They only ran 3-4 laps on these tires, and it's going to take here at Texas at about 4 to 8 laps to get that heat built up into these tires. So, to me, that wasn't really enough of a run to come down on pit road. But then again, that's just me.
Yeah, there's just two sides of this, track position, obviously Book and everybody behind him looks like inside the top 7 or 8 definitely stayed out. I'm coming down, getting those tires definitely. I think the 2.5 second fall off if we do go green is going to be huge. And I like the strategy of the guys that came down.
That looks like the top 24 did not come down pit road from what I'm seeing. So, Everybody going to be staying out here, but Brendan Elbook still holding on to the top spot.
Let's give a quick shout out real quick, if you don't mind. Let's give a quick shout out to James Shane Wolf. Him and his lovely fiancée wife gave birth to a baby boy last night.
Congratulations.
So he's out here tonight, you know, newborn in the house and out here running pretty well. P6, qualified 8, so inside the top 10. I think he would be ecstatic to bring home a win for the little one.
Oh, yeah, you know, if he could bring it home into victory lane, I'm sure he would be ecstatic. James Shane Wolf currently running in that second spot, tied with Brian Wasserman in the points. So, you know, definitely a win would, you know, be a good thing since just had a little one. And then, of course, helping in the points here in iRacing for the Doug Design ARCA Series. Big shout out to Doug Blackman out there for yet again coming on board and sponsoring the series here for Extreme. Of course, we couldn't do this without any of the sponsors, Nicholas, from Doug to Northern Capital to Rick Bell to Rick Motec, you know, all of those sponsors that come aboard here. This would not be possible.
Oh, without a doubt, you know, everybody from Extreme Motorsports thanks every single sponsor of the league and putting their name on it. And we definitely thank all of you guys. As it looks like we're getting ready to go green here. Pace lights are off on the pace car.
Yep, coming through the tri-oval here. It looks like it's going to be Brendan Elbook choosing the inside line again. That's going to put the 10 of Eli Green back to the outside. And now he has started third. He is currently running up in second, so he's up 2 spots. I did relay that information to Doug Blackman. So lap 73, position 13 is going to receive that custom plate. That is the whatever driver is there. So I guess we'll see. If you've got a pick out there, lap 73 of position 13, go and throw it in chat. But as we make our way into turn 3, Nicholas, get them going, bud.
All right, here we are as they go through turns 3 and 4 again on the inside line. And I think that's where every person who has the choice, they're going to pick the inside line because it is so dominant here at Texas. On the outside of him, like you said, Eli Green, Lee Staples, P3, Jake Bustos in P4. And rounding out that top 5 is going to be the number 4 of Matt Alverson. Pace car is off of the track, and Brandon Elbook, green flags back in the air here at Texas. Brandon Elbook again, getting a good jump on the field, able to jump out to about a 3-car length lead.
Here we go, 3 wide back here. We're wrecking it. It is a big one here at Texas. Big wreck. Whoa. Looks like maybe the 4 are going to be involved. That's going to be Matt Alverson. He's going to be involved in this.
Yeah, this all started up around P4, P5. Yeah, Matt Alverson in the 74 looks like got into it down the backstretch. Alverson gets bent out of shape. They get forced 3 wide, and he just clips the 17 of Brad Wetzel, and it is a parking lot. Jesus, take the wheel because there's nowhere to go through turns 3 and 4.
There is nowhere to go, as well as we see here the 6, the 17, the 33, the 1. They're going to get all a piece of this action. Let's see here if I can find another driver here. See, that is going to be the 6. So let's get on the 6 here. That's going to be Rick Christensen, the 05, going to get a piece of it. The one, yeah, I don't know what happened here, but yeah, a big, huge wreck for sure.
To me, it almost looked like the 4 missed the corner, and I think the 17 Brad Wetzel was kind of expecting him to turn in a little sooner. Maybe the 4 Matt Averson was expecting Brad Wetzel to not turn in so soon, but they collected it. They washed up the track into the wall, came down, like you said, in front of the 1, the 6, and a number of other people.
All right, well, under caution here for the second time. And Nicholas, I don't know if it's just being, off 2 weeks or what. What is it going to take for these drivers to get out here and just kind of settle in, run these laps out? I know we're still early, but what's it going to take?
It's just realizing the give and take out on the track. It's like a driver respecting, you don't take an inch because the guy may take an inch as well. Give room. There's plenty of time left. We're only 10 laps in so far. These guys just need to cool it down just a bit, in my opinion, and then they'll get going green here shortly.
All right. Well, like I said, folks, we're going to be re-uploading this here this evening. Yeah, it is, I know, not what I am attuned to here, but, Nicholas, when technology goes wrong, you just got to go with the flow, right?
Hey, I like to call it winging it. That's what I do best. I come up in the booth and I just wing the broadcast. That's what I do. And yeah, sometimes technology is just, it's great sometimes, and other times it's like, man, oh man. And that's one of those things tonight.
Yeah, I've been having issues here for about the past week, I should say, with everything going on. We won't get into detail, but that's really when it all started for me. So, but it looks like we've got Rick Donathan down there in chat here tonight. How you doing, Rick? Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Still not going to interview anybody here just yet. Man, I would love to see a good, solid 30 to 40 lap green flag run out here tonight, Nicholas, early on. They don't have to make green flag pit stops, but I would love to see what these tires are going to do with this tire model here, as this race progresses and as early as we are.
And these drivers are very well capable of getting it done. I've raced with plenty of these guys out here on the track. We've been off for 2 weeks. Some of these guys might be a little bit rusty, racing around such a huge pack. We're talking over 30 cars out on track at Texas, primarily a low-line track, so everybody's going to be fighting for that inside line. So, like you said, I think once these guys get spread out here just a bit, I think we'll get going for that green for that 40-lap run.
All right, going to go ahead and repost in chat here for everybody. From Christian DeBoer, some of the Google's regional data sitters are struggling right now. And according to reports, the area myself, Joshua Medlock, lives in, I am affected by all this. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All I do know is they need to get it fixed, because this is affecting what I do here for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, for what I do for MaxSpeedTV, from the other leagues that I do as well. It's getting frustrating.
I don't blame you at all, man. As Looks like the lights on the pace car are off, and yet again, top runners did not come down pit road. They stayed out yet again. Josh, you think this is the thing that they want to keep the clean track? They don't want to be around or in that hornet's nest.
The top 13, it looks like, did not pit. Looks like Ron Douglas didn't pit either. He is currently running back here in 16th. You know, I don't know. I think right now they're wanting to see what the tires are going to do here, Nicholas. And, you know, with a couple of cautions here before lap 10, you know, they don't know. They don't know what it's going to take. These tires, they're probably down to, I would say 95% of that. So they got plenty of tire out there. Fuel, they might have ran off some, but I don't think it's enough to really worry about. As we make our way into 3 and 4 here, these drivers, they're going to have to really buckle down and know that 125 laps is 125 laps. Now, they do get green-white checkers here, but we won't talk about it until later on. Pace car is going to dive off here. Brendan L. Book, yet again, going to be in control. They have to buckle down. They have to wind down some of these laps. And yet again, green flag is going to fly here tonight for the Doug Design ARCA Series for round number 5 here in the Lone Star State, Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Brandon Book yet again got a good launch up off the corner. He's clear by 2 car lengths up off of turn 2. Now there's about a 3 car length gap between Eli Green and Lee Staples as they file down into turn 3. But Shane Wolf looking low on Jake through turns 3 and 4.
And he'll take that position into 4th place. What a pass there by the 83 of James Shane Wolf. I was actually back here looking at some 2 and 3 wide action as you was looking at that, but we switched it. But they got it all single file. They got it all lined out here. Now, maybe, just maybe, they can get it figured out here. But, you know, we got a battle here between Orlando Rivera. Oh, we got another caution. Looks like it's going to be back toward the back. Oh, and it is another big one. Chris Canfield going to be involved in this. Well, let's go back here and take a look at what happened to the 92 of Chris Canfield. In that Rick Bell's custom rigs machine. He's on the outside. He's behind the Marines 8. You got the MaxSpeedTV machine now to the inside. Now Chris goes low. Rick Donovan Sr. goes high. The 12 is right behind him. We come out of the corner. Oh, no, it looks like maybe the 8 comes down. Maybe a little bit of net coating or some hammy action. Yeah, we call it hammy action now, not net code. Going on there, but yet again, still contact going to be made regardless. That is both going to send Chris and Rick Donovan Sr. up hard into the outside wall. The 8's going to come back down as well as the 92. The 82 going to get a piece of the action, and it was just a pile up from there. I don't know who is in the black car. I cannot see the number. I think it's the 13.
13 was able to sneak. No.
Okay.
No, 12 was able to sneak by there. Okay, by a hair.
I think that's going to be the 13. It's a solid black car for me, but he is going to take a ride and 3/4 and a half. He's going to ride the wall, but heavy damage is going to be coming to the 892. It looks like the 82 going to get a piece of it as well. So another caution. Now they don't get a reset, Nicholas. So, what do?
You just got to go down pit roads as many times it takes to fix the damage. You know, as we've seen so far in the race, we've had 3 early cautions. A lot of people have been racked up in it. But with that being said, if you've been caught up in these cautions, your night is not necessarily done. Like we said in the pre-race, every point matters. So you just got to get down pit road. You got to put some duct tape on that bad boy, get that mirror back up in its place, and get back on the track and try and get every position you can.
All right, well, let's see here. It looks like they're saying the race audio is low. So let me see here. Let me make a few adjustments for everybody. I just want everybody to be able to hear me here tonight. And, of course, hear Nicholas. So we'll make a few adjustments. All right. Well, doesn't look like they're going to go back green this time, By. So who do we talk to here tonight? Our first victim, as I like to call it.
Let's bring James Shanewolf up here, man. He's got a new kit to the family. Let's talk to him.
All right. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know what team he's in. Oh, there he is. Evan Wells Racing. Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
You wanted to interview him. There he is.
James, it's Nick, man. You got a copy.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Nick?
Well, I tell you what, last night, I think one of the most greatest things that a thing could ever happen to anybody, you gave your wife or your fiance or your wife?
Fiance.
Your fiance gave birth to your baby boy. You're out here on the track tonight, currently running P4. Take us so far, what you've seen out there on the track as you worked your way up through the field.
Tough to pass, man. Since the new update, everybody's pretty tit for tat. So you either gotta force somebody into a mistake or wait on them to make a mistake, and you can't really. You gotta give and hope the other person, or you gotta take and hope the other person gives, more or less. So it's gonna be a fun race for sure if we can get going here.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I've been screaming pit stops every single caution so far here tonight, but the leaders have not came down at all. So with that being said, 20 laps in, do you think maybe you should have pitted, got those fresher tires to where these guys got a little bit older tires? And if we do get that green flag run, work your way up through there.
I was talking to my spotter and crew chief about pitting, and we decided that since we haven't made really a whole lot of green flag laps, and we only have a couple actually laps at speed on tires, so we think we're all right. We're gonna wait it out probably till lap 30 if things keep going to the way they're going, and go from there.
All right, man. Congratulations again to you and your fiance on your baby boy. Go get it done.
Thank you, buddy.
Congratulations, James, again, bud.
Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh. All right. We'll get him back down there to Evan Wells here real quick. Well, our first interview here tonight, let's hope we just didn't jinx James.
Yeah, I got good luck, Josh, man. I think we're good. I think James is going to run well. He's a good driver. He's another one of those guys, actually, who came from the console side of things. I raced with James for a very long time, much like Brandon O'Book, so these guys know each other well. James is a heck of a racer, and I think he's going to fare well.
Well, I don't think I get bad luck. I think what happens is they get interviewed, they get excited, and they're like, oh, man, I got interviewed. And then they get out there, and then something happens. I think that's what happens.
All right, well, here we go, though. Pace lights on the pace car are off yet again. Still out in front. It's going to be Brandon Book. On the outside of him is going to be Eli Green. Sitting in P3 is going to be Lee Staples. James Shanewolf, P4. And rounding out that top five, Josh, is going to be Jake Bustos.
Bustos.
I'm going to get it. I'll tell you what. Give me 2 races, I'll get it.
Yeah, 2 races. All right, you got tonight and next week. That's it. You butcher it after that, yeah, we're going to have a talk.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to write this all down in my handy-dandy notebook, and I'm gonna say it until I fall asleep tonight.
All righty. Well, we're going to be coming to lap 21 here, folks. We're going to turn it over here to Nicholas Roman as they make their way down into turn 3 here. Coming to lap 21, getting the green flag on the restart. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, and Brandon here has been really getting those great restarts. He's been clearing the outside lane about 2 to 3 car lengths every single time down into turn 1. I know guys have said it, we've only done so many green lap flag runs so far, but tire wear is a thing, and if they keep going and not pitting, we're going to start to see some people possibly spin those tires off of the start. And here we go, Josh. Pace car is off. Brandon Book is looking for that green flag, and it is in the air here at Texas for the Doug Designs ARCA Series.
All right. Back on the way here tonight. Oh, look. That a little mishap there up in the ticker, but we're going to get it figured out here. And we're still side by side all the way back here. Jake Bustos in the 74 going to make the pass on the 28 Serve Pro machine. It's going to be Ron Schutte. Going to fall back a spot, but we go back a little bit further. Looks like maybe some single file action. They got to get some heat build up into these tires, guys. Yeah, you know, there's no way around it. Christian Diaz looks like is going to be pulling back all the way back to 33rd here. We got a gaggle of vehicles. The 98 of Kevin Franks here is going to be on the outside. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Kevin Frank's going to be on the outside, going to get passed up now by the 62. Here comes the 6 of Rick Christensen now to the inside through the tri-oval, but the 98 did a little bit of, I wouldn't say a block action, but he held that line and he was able to keep that spot.
Yeah, he just had such a good run up off of turn 4. Through that tri-oval, he was able to clear Rick without a car length and a half. And here we are going down the backstretch. Rick is still trying to get to that bumper, but about 3 cars ahead of these guys. Guys on the apron marching up the track, and these both drivers are going to miss it.
Here we go. We are wrecking again here tonight. Oh, Ryan Swan is going to be involved in this. Not entirely sure there, Nicholas, where, if it started with Ryan or if it was around Ryan or what.
Ryan Douglas. Same thing that happened early on.
Ryan Swan.
Ryan Douglas is the one that hit the apron.
Oh, Ryan Douglas. That's going to be in that number 13. So we're going to go ahead and go up here with Ryan Douglas instead of going on with Ryan Swan.
Almost like It's almost like the same thing that happened earlier, Josh. You know, the guy hit the apron and is trying to get as low as he can, hit the apron, and knocked the back end out, and it's all she wrote from there, roadblock.
Oh, right there it was. Yeah, that 13, yes. You know, he got low, but he got a little bit too low. Get that apron, turned him around. The 42 going to get a piece, and then the 42 going to get a piece again with that number 9 machine. And, oh, man, it was on from there. That 42 hits the wall hard. Number 12 also going to get involved in this. The Rick Bell's Custom Rigs machine, the MaxSpeedTV, the Rick's Hot Sauce, and that Serve Pro. It looks like the 78 also going to get involved. Maybe some action with the 88 as well, trying to, you know, kind of get it figured out, knowing where everybody's going. But that's where this caution's going to happen here tonight. You know, Nicholas, I talk about it. This is the lower tier series for Extreme. And I understand a lot of these guys are new to the league, or some of them are new to the league. They're learning. You know, they're trying to figure out what they can and can't do. But they also have to learn how to race as well. So, you know, we understand cautions can be high with the ARCA series.
And that's what Extreme does extremely well, in my opinion. They have these series set up, you know, ARCA series is more or less for those newcomers, and then you kind of work your way all the way up to that Elite Cup series. But, you know, a lot of names have been made in this ARCA series. I mean, you look at the names being made tonight. Brandon Book, his first pole in Extreme Motorsports in his 5th race ever in Extreme Motorsports 99.com and in the Doug Designs ARCA series here. And he's put on a show, man. He's led every single lap so far. And look at this. Yet again, he's staying out.
Yes, he is. He is staying out. Well, I do thank everybody out there for tuning in and holding tight here tonight. I know there's some buffering issues and things going on. But we are going to struggle through it here tonight live on MaxSpeedTV. We are also recording this as well, so it will be re-uploaded so you can actually watch everything as it happens without the buffered issues. But who do we talk to here again, Nicholas? Who do we pick?
For the buffering issue?
No. Who do we pick? For an interview. Who do we pick?
For an interview, man. Oh, man, it's so hard.
Brian Wasserman, let's go. Currently running in 11.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, let's see here if we can bring him up here. My old buddy Brian, buddy, how you doing in that Osaki 77 here tonight?
Hey, I'm good. How about y'all?
I'm doing all right. Well, I'm doing fine. Nicholas is doing fine, but Google ain't doing fine. But we'll deal with it, man. Hey, you're currently running at 11th, started 27th, but a bit of a rough start here tonight, buddy. But how you feeling out there?
You know what? I'm feeling good. I think the car's good. I kind of pooched the qualifying there, so I've had to work my way up through the field, and I've had some good luck avoiding some wrecks, and I think I got a good car that can contend. Just got to make sure I avoid everybody else's messes and keep her clean, but I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, hey, that's all that matters, man. Just feeling pretty good, and avoiding everybody, of course. But, hey, how's the tires? It looks like we're in a night race here or a late afternoon, one of the two. How's the tires holding up? I know we haven't had the long run, so but how are they holding up here early on?
Well, so far they've been holding up well, but like you say, it's been mostly caution. If we get to some green flag runs, they're pretty good for about the first 5 laps, and then they start falling off pretty quick. So you gotta baby it a little bit after that, but you got you can really go hard for about 5 laps, and then you got to be a little careful after that.
Is it full throttle, or is it half throttle, or is it fluttering that pedal?
You got to flutter it. You got to really be patient through 1 and 2, and then you can charge a little harder in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 you got to be real cautious with. Just work the throttle, keep it where you need to be.
All righty, buddy. Well, we're gonna go ahead and let you get back to it, man. Hey, it ain't over. We got a long way to go.
10-4, man. Almost 100 laps.
Yep. All righty, buddy. Good luck, Brian. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get him back down there. But yeah, Nicholas, it been a rough start. But Brandon, it hasn't really been rough for Brandon.
No, I mean, he's had that pole position, like we said all night long here. These guys have yet to come down pit road. Brendan has been able to get excellent starts at the start of the race. Like I said, he's been clearing these guys about 2 car lengths down in the turn 1, off the turn 2, down the backstretch, and keep your car clean, and he's looking good.
Oh, yes, he is. Well, Nicholas, man, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, man. Get him going here tonight as we come out of turn number 2 onto the backstretch.
Gotcha. And here they come out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Brendan yet again on the inside line. Without a doubt, if you got the choice, you are definitely going to be picking that inside line. We've seen it here tonight play out. It's been so dominant. Inside line is the way to go as they come down into turn 3. On the outside of him is going to be Eli Green. I feel like he's been in P2 all night long. Gridded third. Has been right behind Brendan since the drop of the green flag. Rounding out your top 3 as we get ready to come out of turn 4 is going to be Lee Staples, gridded P2. And round out your top 4 real quick is going to be Jake Ron Shooty. Round out the top 5. Pace car is off, looking for the green flag. In the air, Brendan Book has got a good start yet again. Cleared by 3 car lengths at the start-finish line, down in the turns 1 and 2. And we got a quick caution. Not really sure what the caution was for, guys. I'm kind of cycling through real quick to see if I can find what the caution was brought out for on the track. Don't really see anything.
Oh, I had to step away. Then Nicholas,
we had a caution. Quick caution. I'm trying to find it, but I can't see it.
A quick caution here. All right.
Yeah,
well,
I can't see anything.
Let's see here if we can see what happened.
Pretty quick. Going back towards the back of the pack.
I'm going to be on Matt Alverson here and kind of see what transpired. I don't know if maybe it was not everybody was lined up and they went ahead and delayed it, or if there was actually a caution.
They took the green flag.
Okay, so it was not delayed.
There's definitely a caution. I can't see it and not seeing it.
All right. Well, let's see here if kind of going.
Also, Jacob Lee says no car audio.
No car audio. What?
In chat he said can't hear the cars at all.
Uh-oh. Well, let's see here. I'm trying to look and see what happened, but yeah, it looks like they got the green and then everybody started to slow down. So I don't know either what happened here.
You know what that was, Josh? We're just going to put it on. That was that Fox out there on the track running around that real NASCAR scene the past couple weeks. So I say we just chalk it on the board for that. What do you think?
Well, we can do that or a phantom water bottle. I don't care. Now, lap 31 here tonight of 125. Brendan L. Book, though, has been in control of this race here tonight. Now, it is going to be, I believe, the halfway mark. And as we bring the calculator up, everybody can see it. 125 laps, we divide that by halfway. It's going to be 62 and a half laps. You were not even that halfway mark, Nicholas. And, yeah, Brendan has been up front, but still yet, anything can happen.
We've seen it so far this race. Anything can definitely happen. And I think the way the race is played out, and it's a good thing I'm not a crew chief, Josh, because like I said earlier, I'm calling these guys on pit roads to get tires, but I think these calls, with these guys staying out, might have saved these guys' race so far. Not getting back into chaos, not getting back in that hornet's nest. They're able to stay out of that mess, and they're still going. They're still clean. They got their clean cars, and they're running well.
Oh, yeah, they are. We're not going to go ahead and take an interview here right now because we don't really know what happened, Nicholas. So, but it's been a good, decent race here tonight. These guys are trying, like I said, the lower tier series. But really, Brendan L. Book, Eli Green, Lee Staples, Jake Bustos, Ron Schutte, these guys up here that have found their way up front, especially Ron Schutte, started 18th, currently running in the top 5. He's got himself in a position to really capitalize on moving up with the way the cautions have kind of came out.
Yeah, you look behind Ron Schutte. I mean, you got Jeff Glockner, Nolan Neiman, Orlando Rivera, Edward Bray, Carter Cope, all these guys rounding out that top 10, qualified, a lot of them outside of the top 20 to find themselves in the top 10, only 33 laps into this race so far tonight. That's going to be a good feeling for them.
All right. Well, yeah, I see there in chat Jacob Lee saying, yeah, I can't hear the car audio at all. When, like I said, Jacob Lee in chat, when they're pacing, it's lower than normal. Now, when they're racing, it's higher than, what you anticipate. So, that adjustment I can't make. That's all with iRacing. I would have to spend probably 24 hours adjusting that to get it right. So I'm not going to do it.
Come on, Josh. I thought you had all these NASA controls. You had all these kind of buttons and switches and flips and turn dials on your little studio?
No, I'm right in front of a window. I'm not NASA here, folks. I'm not SpaceX. Congratulations to SpaceX. I want to go ahead and say it tonight for their launch of the 2 astronauts going up to the ISS a few days ago. That was awesome. I enjoyed that. Just to see that happen again here in America, that was amazing.
Oh, it definitely was. Watching it live. Me kind of being a young spring chicken, if that's how they say it. But yeah, that's definitely my first space rocket I've seen kind of launch up into space with someone aboard.
We're going to go ahead and yet again turn it over to Nicholas Roman on the backstretch since he didn't get the restart he wanted last time. Well, Nicholas, here you go, bud. Go ahead.
And here we are. Same story, different. Well, same book, same story, I guess. Well, here we go. Brandon Book starting on the inside line yet again on the outside of him. Starting in P2 is going to be Eli Green, Lee Staples right behind Brandon. P3 on the outside of Lee Staples. We got Jake Bustos. I get it right that time. Ron Schutte right at the top 5 as the pace car is coming around turn 4, getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. There it goes. This green flag is brought to you by Doug Designs, and the green flag is in the air yet again at Texas Motor Speedway. Brandon Book with another good launch.
Yeah, he got a good launch. Eli Green, though, didn't get the launch he wanted. That outside line just kind of stacked up there a little bit. So I don't know what it's going to take for them to get it figured out. Well, they did get it figured out already. But here comes the 26 of Lee Staples to the inside into turn number 3. Oh, contact between Lee. Wow, man. Lee seen it coming, and he saved it. Good job by Lee. He will take second place here tonight.
Yeah, that was almost a big-time disaster running in the top 3, but Eli Green was able to find a hole. He drops back to P3. Now he's got some pressure from behind from that 74 car of Jake as they go through turns 3 and 4.
Gotta watch that number 24 of Jeff Glockner. He is coming from 20th to 5th. He's up 15 spots now in the top 5. You gotta watch him. He's coming up on the 74, but a little bit of a gap between Jeff and Ron Schutte. Ron Schutte now currently running in 6th. Edward Bray in 7th. Single file until you get way back here. 3 wide. Back here in the back, Randy Cruder gonna get a piece of that 3 wide action. The 32, Lane Doyle. James Thorndike also going to get a piece of it, it looks like. But single file now, for the most part.
Yeah, working the way through the field. I mean, what you're seeing out on the track right now is these guys getting wicked.
3 wide again on the backstretch. Here we go. Down into turn number 3. All right, they're going to kind of brace it up there. That was the 6 of Rick Christensen there to the inside. Believe that's going to be Patrick Moore and Tyler Raw who went 3 wide. Oh, good Lord.
Definitely a lot of good, hard racing out on the track. But I tell you what, Brendan Book has extended his race lead out to about 10 car lengths when those 2nd and 3rd place Lee Staples and Eli Green got side by side. That allowed Brendan to stretch it out to that deficit. Now Lee is able to stretch it out to about 5 car lengths back to P3.
Yeah, and about 5 seconds between Lee and Eli Green. 1, 2, and 3 single file. Jake Bustos and currently running in that 4th spot. He's got some company behind him, and Jeff Glockner. Might have to watch Jeff Glockner here.
He's running a good line, watching his line through 3 and 4. He goes down low, he exit low. That's definitely going to help that right front out as he runs down into turn 1. He's going to back that corner up. He's going to try and get to that white line. Not able to get it that time by, but he's going to get a good exit up off of turn 2 and close that gap that much more.
Yeah, a little bit of blinking action there going on with Jake Bustos, but, you know, nothing to really, fathom about. But we are going to be joined up here by the owner of Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, Rick Donathan. Rick, buddy, how you doing out there here tonight?
Man, I tell you what, it's good to be back. 2-week vacation. It's too long there, Joshua. Too long. Glad to be back here tonight here at Texas Motor Speedway. 125 laps on the board, and of course we've done 42 of those laps. But I tell you, from what I've seen, the guys seem to be a little rusty. Maybe 2 weeks off is too long of a time.
Well, maybe we should do 1 week.
Well, I tell you what, I see Nicholas Broman up here in the booth with you. Nicholas, how are you here tonight?
I'm doing good, man, Rick. I'm glad to get up here in the booth to call this Doug Designs ARCA series. You know, a lot of good, hard racing at Texas. These guys have started to stretch it out a little bit, and I think we're going to start seeing this tire wear play a factor.
Absolutely. I tell you what, since the beginning of this race, I don't know why. There's so many people to keep up with in each and every series, and the admins are doing a fantastic job. But I came in a room a little earlier, and I said, hey, is this Brandon Book guy, is he a new guy? No, he's been racing the last couple races. I'm like, well, he hadn't really caught my attention, but I tell you what, he could probably sell admission tickets on this space shuttle he's racing in tonight.
Yeah, I've actually known Brandon Book here actually for quite some time. We came from console racing together. I've raced with him quite a bit. I think he had a little bit of trouble earlier in the season, kind of getting his grips here in Extreme. He's got it now. He qualified well and starting to drive away. He's got an 8/10 deficit between him and second place.
Man, I tell you, I've watched him lap after lap, and the consistency from each lap, I tell you, he has got this place. I tell you, I think I know what he did on his 2 weeks off. He done a lot of practicing because this guy has definitely hit his marks here tonight. And Lee Staples is having a good run here tonight as well. Eli Green, he is he's no one to just to throw off onto the back end. He's definitely a tough competitor as well. So Jeff Glockner, looking at him right now, currently in the top 5, he's having a good night. And of course, I didn't mean to skip over Jake Bustos, having a good night as well, running 4th right now. But I tell you guys, had a little bit more cautions than what we'd like to see, but hopefully these guys will find that groove here tonight, settle in, run some green flag laps here, and tell you what, I'm excited for an exciting ending here tonight.
And here we are. We actually got a battle for the lead brewing because Lee Staples, I said a second ago, it's about an 8/10 deficit, is now down to 2/10, and here he comes up off of turn 2, down the backstretch. Lee Staples looking for the race lead into 3.
I tell you what, got a good run coming off of 2 there and able to clinch it in coming out of turn 4 there. But I tell you, they left the door open for Eli to come on up in there to come in that second place there. So, I don't know, maybe we're seeing some tire wear here for Book. Book maybe saving a little tire, or maybe he's burned them up. I don't know, but I tell you, Staples is looking good now.
Yeah, Staples has really came on in the last 2 laps. You were talking about SpaceX earlier, and how Brendan Book could emission tickets. Well, I think Staples might be SpaceX, the way he shot out like a rocket out of turn 2 and just flew right by him into 3.
Tell you what, heck of a run that Staples did get coming out of turn 2 there. But I tell you, don't chalk Book up as he's done for the night. I tell you what, that car has been on rails since the first lap here tonight, and I look to see him back up there battling for first place tonight before it's over with.
Yeah,
Well, I got to ask you, Rick, not to interrupt Nicholas there, but is that your pick here tonight?
Well, I think it would be unfair for me to pick Book since he's run mostly up front here tonight. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Book just because of watching how he qualified, watching how he's been running here tonight. I think Book's going to get him a win here tonight.
All right. Well, I wrote it down. I don't normally do that late in the race, but yeah, Brendan Elbuck, he's led most of the laps early on, 46 laps that he's led, currently running in fourth. So, he's had an awesome early race here as we edge ever so closer to that halfway mark. But they have to pit. We've had drivers, Rick and Nicholas, come down on these on these cautions. Brendan's one of them that has not come down.
Yeah, and this might be one of those incidents. Maybe we missed a Lee Staples or Eli Green who came down in one of those cautions. We might have missed it up here in the booth. They may have a little bit fresher tire than Book, and maybe that's why you saw him fall off just a bit.
No, they have not came down.
Oh, they haven't. All right.
They have not. Nope.
Comes down to a little bit of a tire saving strategy. Maybe it's just because Book and such a great restart he was getting here tonight, kind of diving it down into turn one. I might have used and abused that right front just a bit.
These drivers, Rick, it looks like they have wound it down here. They now have got it, I would say, not, kind of figured out, side by side. But after what happened at the start, now everything seems to be winding to that long green flag run, buddy. Rick?
Yep, definitely think that a few of these guys have now kind of are set in here now, trying to hit their marks, pace themselves. We've still got about close to almost 75 laps left here in the race here. A lot of things could happen between now and lap 125 here tonight. So they've got to find a way to pace themselves at this point. Get some good track, get some good track position out there right now. Maintain what you've got, and then start picking them off one at a time. You still got plenty of time out there. So, but I tell you what, guys. Want to appreciate everything you guys do for us up here in the booth, MaxSpeedTV. Want to thank the fans out there for tuning in to us this week. Tell you what, we're not going to do any giveaways tonight. Want to give everybody at least another week.
Well, there is a giveaway, Rick, but go ahead.
We do have a giveaway? Well, what's the giveaway?
Well, the giveaway is from Doug Design, the license plate. Lap 73, that's the lap I picked. It's going to be position 13. That's the lap Nicholas picked. And that will win that custom license plate from Doug Designs.
That's pretty awesome. I tell you what, as far as extreme giveaways, we're going to get back to doing that, but I want to give everybody a chance to get back into the groove, back on the schedule that we've had. And I know that we've sent quite a few things out here a couple weeks ago. Actually got a picture or two of some of the things that we sent out to the viewers out there. So we definitely want to get them involved, and we look forward to getting things back to normal at least by next week. Give everybody time enough to get back on track.
No, let's hope everything with Google is fixed. Right now, it's not fixed, but Rick, we are recording it. We are going to re-upload this. Get it up on YouTube, man. Rick, glad to have you up here in the booth, buddy. Awesome racing. A little bit spread out now.
Yeah, we had a nice little battle for second place there for a minute because Jake Bostas is all over the bumper of Eli Green as they come out of turn 4 down the front stretch. They are side by side for about a lap until Eli Green was able to edge them off.
Yeah, we're looking at Jake Bustos here. He's still up there with Eli Green. So, still waiting on lap 73, position 13. Well, that's going to be coming up here in about 17 or so laps. So,
and green flag pit stops are starting with the top 3 of runners as they come down pit road.
Eli coming down a pit road here. Green flag pit stop happening here tonight. Jake Bustos down pit road. Looks like we've got Brian Wassman also down pit road. Well, here we go, Nicholas.
And this is where the bread and butter is made. This is where a race can be won or lost, is pit road entry and exit. As we got to go through these cycles, Brandon L. Book takes the race lead back as he stays out for another one.
48 laps here tonight for Brendan L. Book. Man, Brandon, yeah, he's got company, though. He's got Matt Alverson there with him. Now to the inside, going into turn number 3.
Matt down low. Brandon is up high. Matt's got a good run through the center of 3 and 4, up off of 4. Able to clear them by car length down the front stretch.
Yep, Matt Alverson going to make the pass to lead his first lap here tonight. Now, you don't get a bonus point for leading a lap, but could this set up that position and maybe a win for Matt Alverson later on into the race, as we have been green here for quite some time?
Yeah, we've been green. I mean, here comes the 99. Brendan Book is coming down pit road for his first pit stop of the night, so he's going to give up P2. That's going to allow Eric Talent, your pick, moving up to P3.
I'll take a look at it here. Yep, coming from 11th, Eric Talent. Now, Eric Talent has already made 3 pit stops. Buddy has been out here at about 37 laps. So, speaking of Eric Talent there, how's those tires? That's the thing. How's the fuel? How's the tires? With this long green flag run. Now, is this going to set up something for, it looks like Chris Scala there either blinked out or somebody blinked out right up ahead of him. But what's this set up for Eric Talent?
It's set up for a good race. He came down pit road where those other guys elected to stay out during those cautions. Well, Eric now, you said 33, 34 laps now he's been out on the track. He can go probably about 10 more laps, no problem.
39 laps now.
39 laps now,
yeah.
So he could probably stretch it about 5 to 6 more laps if he wants to. It's only a matter if he's screaming for those 4 Mr. Feelgoods, or he wants to play the fuel strategy game and maybe try and cut something out.
Well, we take a look at the drivers who are on pit road. Matt Alverson on pit road. Oh, what? Where?
88.
88. That is going to be, Donnie Lee. Oh, it looks like on pit road here. Oh, no. Oh, we got to go back here. Caution comes out here. Oh, under green flag pit stops, Nicholas. Not good for some, good for others. But we take a look at what happened to Donnie Lee.
It almost looked like he was trying to get on the pit road. It looked like he was blowing her up, and maybe the 10 of Eli Green just didn't know or didn't hear him over team comms and clipped him just ever so slightly. And that's all she wrote from there.
Yeah, right there we see that clip coming from the bumper hook, as we call it. They're coming from the 10 and the 88. That's going to send the 88 around on the track in front of traffic. And the 13 nowhere to go. Right there, heavy damage to the 13. Heavy damage as we see pieces flying everywhere on the track. The 13, the 88 going to be involved in this. The 88 going to hit that inside pit wall. Well, this has changed things just a little bit, Nicholas.
Well, I tell you what it did. It looked like it shaked up the order big time, because those guys who stayed out and the guys who pitted early are trapped a lap down. That's huge.
Yes, it is. Well, we see Donna Lee there sitting on pit road. Chris Scala going to be coming off of pit road, but a quick commercial break here tonight Rest of our voices, don't worry, folks. We're going to get the green flag. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks. Well, we are still under caution here tonight, but we are back underway here. Chris Scala gonna be our current leader here this evening. Eric Talent now in second. James Thorndike in third. Justin Lemke in fourth. And Lane Doyle gonna round out the top 5 here. Nicholas, we are over that halfway mark here. I don't think right now it's still the time to run and gun, but right now you've got to buckle down and say, all right, I can't make it to the end. What do I need to do to win or maybe grab a top 3, top 5, maybe a top 10 here tonight?
So I can speak from me as a driver and what I would do. And what I would do over half through the race, it's like you said, at this point of the race, you can't necessarily sit around, let the tire wear come in, because you don't know if there's going to be a few more cautions after this. So I think you got to attack. You got to try and get every single position you can while trying to maintain those tires through the field.
Well, we don't talk to, there's a lot of drivers, so I don't have a whole lot of time to talk to everybody. But what do you say we bring up Edward Morris Sr. and kind of see what his thoughts is here tonight? Edward Morris Sr., buddy, currently running 6th here, started 30th in the back. Man, what are you doing here tonight that is putting that prime time 14 where you are?
Dodging the wrecks.
Well, hey, we're over halfway, man. What's it going to take to bring out the victory here tonight?
I don't know. It's hard to pass. Someone just about's got to make a mistake, miss the corner or something before you get around them. At turn 1 and 2, it's you got to slow way down. If not, it's going to push you up in the wall.
Well, Edward, man, you know you have a good car. Well, what are you shooting for as you guys get double file here?
I just shoot for a top 10 every week. I mean, that's basically my goal. So, and if we get top 10s, then I'll go for the wins.
Well, you're currently running 6, man. Good luck down there, bud.
I appreciate it, guys. Hey, give a shout out there to Doug Design, sponsoring the series there.
Yep, not a problem, bud. Thank you. All right. Well, hey, having a go, maybe not to win, but having a go for top 10, top 5, hey, that's not a bad thing.
All you need is a chance, man. And I'll tell you what, Edward Morris looks like he has a clean car, and he has that chance running in 6th place as the pace lights are off on the pace car. And Josh, man, we got a new whole front field. I mean, all these guys were in the back early on.
Yeah.
Now find themselves right behind the pace cars. We're getting ready to take a green.
Chris Scala started 36th here tonight. He's going to get him going here. Once all 4 tires are off of the racing surface, well, he is in control. Right now, he is not. He's got to wait for all 4 tires. All 4 tires are off. He is on the loud pedal. Here we go, folks. Good jump by Chris Scala. Good Lord, Nicholas, what's going to happen?
I couldn't tell you, and if I could tell you, I would play the lottery here tonight, or I bet money or something. But we got a good side-by-side battle here with the 98 of Kevin Franks and the 42 of Pierce as they come out of turn 2. The 98 of Kevin was able to edge them out down the backstretch into 3.
Yep, Kevin Franks gonna edge out Cody Kepner there in the 78. Of course, the first lap of this pit stops that have happened here. Oh, we got a caution. No! That is going to be, I believe, Eli Green going to be involved. Oh, Eli Green in the 10 going to be involved in this. And, you know, he had a good run here tonight. Early on, started 3rd, found himself back in 26th.
Yeah, it's just what happened to those pit cycles there, Josh. You know, Eli Green, he stayed out in the beginning when we had those cautions. He had to come down pit road, and that's when he had to give up all that track position. He got back here in a hornet's nest, and it looked like between him and the 8 may have came down a little bit. That's where you talk about give an inch, you know, give a little bit more room to each other, but nevertheless, you hate to see it for the 10 and the 8 and everybody involved.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, let's see if we can get here that a replay, hitting a button, and you know how that goes. I'm going to take a look at here what happened to Eli Green, the 8 and the 10. He's coming up to the inside of that 8 of Rick Donovan Sr. And then right there, maybe some hammy action coming down from the 8 into the 10. Not entirely sure. I'm not an admin, folks. So I don't make those calls. But right there, we are going to see it. That number 10 of Eli Green going to get a piece of the 8. Gonna send them both hard into that outside wall. The number 28 gonna get a piece of it as well. The hood of the 28 gonna pop up. That is where that caution is gonna come out here again tonight. And you know, we talk about being patient. The restart, the green flag checkers, or the green flag restarts, do you think maybe getting back going after that happened could have caused an issue?
Yeah, I mean, that's when everybody's around each other. You can throw a blanket over all 30-plus cars out on the track and a lot of side-by-side racing. And, you know, like I said, if you just miss that groove by a hair, you know, you wash up the track or you can wash down the track. And, you know, through the tri-oval that we talked about earlier, it is very, very narrow, and that's exactly what happened during that wreck. You know, 2 cars kind of met in the middle, and you definitely hate to see it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, let's see here. Are we going to get the one to go here this time? I don't think we will. Crossing the line, so probably 2 to go. Who do we talk to here tonight?
Let's talk to. I'd like to pick someone who hasn't been in a wreck. Let's talk to Lee Staples. He's had a good night so far.
Lee Staples. He is back here running in 12th. Well, let me see if I can find him.
He's in 12th. Oh, are you talking about?
Team-wise.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
All right, he is with Black Talon Motorsports. Huh? All right, go ahead.
All right, Lee, it's Nick up here in the booth. You got a copy.
Got you, Nick.
I'll tell you what, man, you've been running good all night long, running inside the top 3. We got a green flag run there. You kind of got forced down pit road with staying out earlier through those cautions. Looking back at it now, no hindsight's 2020, but do you maybe wish you had a pit during one of those cautions in the beginning?
I really wanted to, Nick, but I didn't want to get back into the pack. I wanted to keep the track position. And at the end of the day, when you choose to change tires, it's such a roll of the dice. It's either a genius call or a horrible call. So you just got to pick one and go with it.
All right, man. Get you another question real quick before we go back. Sitting P12, what is going to be your strategy working your way back up there?
Well, I don't know, guys. I'm trying not to burn up my tires, and even though I'm 12th and we're getting on up in laps, that's still going to be the strategy, is just try not to burn my stuff up, and either it'll work or it won't.
All right, Lee, definitely good luck to you, man, and I'll be watching you work your way up through the pack.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Good luck, Lee.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it, man.
Bud. All right, well, looks like Black Talon Motorsports, between him and Edward Bray, that's a different team. You know,
yeah, I haven't heard that team name, honestly.
Well, it's not a team that is a part of that team championship, but it's still in team speak, you know, so maybe something changed.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't either.
We're just winging it, right? That's what we do.
That is what we do for sure. Alrighty, folks. Well, oh man. Well, coming to lap 76 here of a 125. Chris Scala gonna be our current leader here this evening. And it's going to be James Thorndike in second. Eric Talent in third. Lane Doyle fourth. Justin Lemke going to round out the top 5 here. But I don't think it's over, Nicholas. I really don't.
Yeah, it's hard, tough racing. You know, me as a racer, you have these races sometimes, when you get kind of messed up and a little heated, maybe you don't start giving that extra inch, or maybe you start taking that extra inch, and maybe that's what we're seeing here tonight. But Josh, I tell you what, we were able to get that long run, about 30 to 40 laps earlier on. Yep. If they're able to get it stretched out, I think these guys can run green all the way to the end.
I don't know. Well, Chris Scala last pitted at about 11 or so laps ago. Man, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close. But it's also going to be about the right strategy if we do see that caution comes out, as the pace lights are off as they come down into turn 3.
Yes, they are. Get them going here, Nicholas.
All right, here we go. Starting on the inside, we got Chris Scaling on the P1, picking that inside lane like we've seen all tonight. James Thorndike on the outside of him. Eric Talent, your pick, running strong, running in third. P4 is going to be Lane Doyle, and rounding out that top 5, Justin in that number 35 pace car is off. The 107 of Chris is taking the green flag in the air, clear by 2 at the start finish.
All right, start-finish line. Can't change lanes before the start-finish line. Can't go 3 wide before the exit of turn 2. But we're going to go single file up front with Chris Scala, James Thorndike and company. 2 wide now, battle for second place. James Thorndike and Eric Talent. Here we go, down into turn 3 and 4.
Off of turn 4, Eric Talent is able to edge him out. He's clear by 1. Now, James Thorndike's getting some pressure from Lane Doyle as he's on his bumper down into turn 1.
Down into turn 1, here we go. Single back to single file between second, third, fourth here, but out of 2. Oh, the run. Here we go. Eric Talent. Oh, on the high side. James Thorndike now on the inside for second.
As they're still side by side up off of turn 4 down the front stretch. James Thorndike last time by was able to back up turn 1. He got a huge run up off of turn 4. He's looking to do it here yet again as the 32 of Justin's looking to pick up P3.
The 32 of Lane Doyle. Here we go. Down into turn 3. 79 of 125. He's going to make the pass out of turn number 4 into 3 and 4 onto the front stretch. Lane Doyle going to take over that third spot.
As these guys single file out, you know Chris Galla's looking in his rear view mirror, loving what he is seeing because that battle for second, third, and fourth netted him a 1 second race lead.
Well, let's go back here to Kevin Franks, who is in a battle of his own with that 90 in that number 98, the 42 of Kevin Maffitt. Gonna go to the inside of the MaxSpeedTV machine, but he's also got company here as we have a caution here tonight. And again, Cody Kepner gonna be involved in this. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Cody.
Same thing, third time tonight, Josh. Looks like Cody just a little bit too low through turns 3 and 4 on the white line, spun it out, but luckily, good piece of work from everybody behind him being able to miss him.
Yeah, they went almost three wide there. He does dive it low, catches that apron, spins it, well, not spins it, but goes sideways. It tries to save it and then goes sideways. That is where that caution is going to come out. Of course, in front of traffic. So that number 78 of Cody Kepner going to be, I would say, at fault. Pending the Extreme Motorsports rules. Doesn't look like anybody got in front of him or behind him.
Yeah, it looked like, we've seen it a couple of times tonight. He just trying to attack 3 and 4 really hard, When you talk about Texas, 3 and 4, that's really the speed corner. That's really where you can try and build the runs up on guys. Meanwhile, turns 1 and 2, you really got to back it up. Looked like he was just charging a little bit too hard. May have got away from him just a bit. But again, great piece of driver from him to be able to keep it down low. And everybody good take right there from Chris Galla on the field.
Oh, well, looking at fake outs there, Chris Scala managed to get around the cone. James Thorndike managed to get around the cone, but from what I've seen, Lane Doyle hit the cone. I don't know if that's going to affect Lane Doyle's restart here for an unsafe pit entrance. Because that's done by iRacing, but the top 2 definitely was doing a fake out there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either if it's going to be a little penalty on it. I don't think so, but I've never really been in that situation.
Well, let's take a look at it here on the replay. We see Lane Doyle we're going to be on that 32 of Lane. Now, Chris Scala, which is up front, he's going to dive it below the yellow or below the white. Right before he hits that cone, he's going to dive it up. But, yeah, third place going to hit that cone. That's going to be the 32 of Lane Doyle. Second, lap 103 of 125. Matt Alverson now back up into that 5th position where he started. He's got some company, though, around him, up in front of him, behind him. Here we go.
I really thought the 4 of Matt Alverson was going to take that 3 wide down into turn 3. He had a good run. If I was him, I probably would have done it as caution is out.
As the caution flies, it looks like it's going to be, the 6 of Rick Christensen going to be involved in this. Let's go back and take a look. What happened to Rick here this evening?
Ooh, I think he just hit that line in 3 and 4. Washington with the track, and he saved it in a 32. Just didn't have any time to react.
All right. Well, as we come into 3, catching that white. Oh, he caught the white line. But then the 32 come right up to him, and then contact made. Yeah, right there. Yep. We're going to see it. Oh, heavy damage. It looks like the 08 going to get a piece of it as well. It looks like the 38 going to get a tag from it too. The 32, the 6, and the 08 going to get a piece of the action here tonight as we wind down the final laps. 20 to go here tonight. Do you pit?
No, everybody's made their bed. And look right here, Chris Scala able to pick up another spot. He's, like I said, he's got the fresher tires than everybody. This may be his race to win. He's got the tires. He just needs the time. He needs a few laps to find himself towards the front.
All right. Well, we are going to step away here, play a commercial break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks. Well, a quick commercial break. 19 laps to go here tonight. Been a rough race as we take a look at the caution count number here tonight. 11 cautions for 50 laps. Not the race they wanted. 19 laps to go. We've only had 7 lead changes here tonight. Not the race they wanted here tonight, Nicholas. But this is the beginner series for Extreme. So, cautions are expected for sure.
Without a doubt, man. You know, these guys can't really have that hang over them. You know, you got to keep it as a learning experience and take it forward towards next week. So I think a lot of these guys are definitely going to do that. But, you know, looking at some of these names up here, this is definitely a good run. I mean, look, we got a standby driver inside the top 3. Lee Staples, again, man, we know he's fast. He's been up there all night long. Matt Averson, I think we're definitely going to see some fireworks when we get about 15 to go.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, 18 to go here coming to the line. It's going to be 17 to go. We'll wait and see here if they get that one to go coming out of turn number 2. But yeah, it's been a very good race here per se. for Texas.
Yeah, it's had a lot of strategy, honestly.
Yep.
It's about when you pit and when you come down and get that gas in those tires. No one wants to see 11 cautions out on the track, but that's when the strategy comes in the game. I mean, we saw those guys earlier on, Brandon Book and all them guys stay out extremely long through those cautions. Well, that kind of came back and bit them in the butt. Now they have to work their way up through the pack, and some of them made it and some of them just didn't make it. They got caught up in the chaos that was going on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, want to give a shout-out to Doug Design out there again for coming on board for the ARCA series. Not the K&N, because it has been changed. So, the ARCA series, visit Doug Design over there at Doug Designs. But we forgot to see who was lap 73 in position 13 for the win. We'll have to go back and take a look at that for that custom plate.
To be honest, I kind of forgot all about it. So you just mentioned.
I did too. We'll go back and take a look at that, folks. So don't worry about that. But James Thorndike is going to be in control. Go ahead, Nicholas. Get him going here, bud.
Yeah, James Thorndike is in control on the inside lane. Edward Bray, number 66, up high. We got the 107 of Chris Scala with the fresh tires. He really needs a good start here. Once the green flag flies on the outside of him, is going to be Lee Staples. Rounding out that top 5 is going to be Matt Alverson as they come through turns 3 and 4. Yet again, James Thorndike is going to be waiting for that pace car to make that hard left-hand turn out of 4.
Get him going.
As the pace car is coming out of turn 4, it's going to make that hard left-hand turn. James Thorndike, green flags in the air here for the Doug Designs ARCA Series, and the 107 of Chris Scala with a good jump. They're side by side for P2 down into turn 1.
Is that Chris Scala going to take P2 here? Oh, side by side. Edward Bray going to fall back as Mount Alverson going to take that position into that 3rd place. Single file up front. You got to watch that 66 of Edward Bray as we got action 3 and 4 wide. Oh, they're changing lanes and positions here, back here toward the middle of the pack. Still 3 wide, maybe 2 wide now. It's getting wild.
It's getting something all right there in the middle of the pack. I like to call it the Hornet's Nest. And woo, they're definitely swatting some bees all over the place as they file down into turns 3 and 4. They all kind of been able to single file out.
Well, take a look here. Carl, caution is out. Cody Kettner involved. Yeah, go back here to Cody Kettner and see what happened to Cody.
He hit the line in 3 and 4.
Oh,
it looks like.
Well, looks like he's okay out of 2 wide. And down into 3 he goes and catches that. Oh, right below that line. Number 6, nowhere to go. Catching the 78 right up into that solid black car and right into the 52 or the 92, it looks like. So yeah, right there is where it's gonna be. Oh man, a product of that apron as we see Cody now coming down pit road with the hood over his windshield. That's that new damage model there, Nicholas.
It's looking good. I mean, damage model is definitely getting some getting used tonight here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it is. But we go back up front. James Thorndike in control here. 15 to go. We got time for one more interview. Who do we bring up?
Why don't we bring up Thorndike? He's sitting there in first place.
All right. Well, let's see here if we can find Thorndike, shall we? Oh, James up front. Oh, he's part of a team, so I gotta go through the teams here and try to find him.
I'm looking too. We'll find him. Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, let's audible to Matt Alverson then.
All right. Well, audible to Matt.
I see him. He's in East Coast Motorsports. East Coast.
James Thorndike. James Thorndike, East Coast.
Yep.
All right.
East Coast.
I don't see East Coast. Oh, there it is. Right there. All right. Go ahead, bud.
All right, James, it's Nick up here in the booth. You got a copy.
10-4.
Well, I'll tell you what, to my calculations, I think you got a little bit older tires and a few cars behind you, but nonetheless, we're coming to 10 to go. What is going to be your strategy to hold on to this race lead and come home with that checkered flag?
Well, I'm hoping I just get a good restart and am able to fend off a couple latecomers here and bring it down to victory lane.
Tell you what, we'll definitely be watching for you off of these restarts. You've done a heck of a job so far. You've been able to clear these cars by 4 car lengths. I said, would you like to give away your secrets to us? But I think these guys might be listening. So I'm going to let you get back down to your team and definitely put it on.
Thank you very much, and thank you for broadcasting. You do an excellent job every week.
All right. Thank you, James. Well, myself, Joshua Medlock, and Nicholas up here in the booth. Man, James, good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well, Josh, how was our picks faring out here so far?
Have a look at it here.
Rivera, P9.
P9 is going to be Orlando Rivera.
And you had Talent's running 17th.
Yep, Talent currently running in 17th. But right now it's really going to come down to who can salvage the last, well, right now it's 11 laps. Going to be coming to 10 to go, probably get 9 to go at that green flag and under 10 to go. I don't interview anybody, and of course green white checkers are still in effect for the extreme. They only get 1 attempt though. So if it don't finish under regulation, we have that option. Now, let's just wait and see what happens, because James Thorndike is up front. If he crosses that line to take the white flag under regulation, that's it. So, I guess we'll see.
And what are the so we know James Thorndike more than likely has the oldest tires out of everybody in the top
about
5.
50 or so.
That is old. You know, Josh, I like to call these situations, you know, we got a wounded gazelle out on the truck, and that wounded gazelle is sadly going to be James Thorndike if this thing does go green. He's got a pack of hungry hyenas behind him, and that's going to start with Chris Scala on the outside as they come out of turn 2, going green this time by.
Yeah, I call it hungry hippos. That's what we could do it here tonight. Hungry hippos behind him. But we got to look at, of course, at the cautions and how much tire wear James does have as we enter turn number 3 here. Coming to 9 to go. That's where they're going to get that green flag here tonight. So, hungry hippos and James Thorndike. That's what it's going to be.
Hungry hippos and wounded gazelles.
Yes. All
As
right,
they
James
jump through turns
Thorndike.
3 and 4. Go take it, man.
Down into 3 and 4, waiting on that pace car to dive off. James Thorndike will be in control. Don't spin the tires. That is the thing. He's going to go easy on the loud pedal, but he's going to get a good jump as the green flag flies. 9 to go here tonight.
He had a good jump, but it wasn't as good as the last
we're
few.
wrecking already behind him. Oh, man. Edward Bray.
I think that really did save James Thorndike because Chris Scala had a huge run building up at a turn 2. He was right on his bumper.
All right, well, we're going to get back here on Edward Bray into 66. He is on the inside here in 5th. So what happened to Edward? But did he get hit?
He got hooked just a bit. Looks like the 42 Pierce Maffitt.
Oh, yep, right there.
Down into him.
Now we're going to take a look here. I don't know. Going to be a close call there but for the admins. But yeah, the 66 going to get hooked and going to go back up into the wall hard into that outside wall. And it's going to collect the 99 machine as well. The 99 is going to be Brandon L. Book, our pole sitter. Wow.
Yeah, just looking at the replay, I think this is where the 66 kind of wanted a good angle through turns 1 and 2. He may have drifted up just a bit, and the 42 wanted to pinch him down so he could try and pass him on the outside. It's one of those situations they met in the middle, and it ended bad for the 66 and the 99. But, Josh, the driver that's kind of liking that caution has got to be James Thorndike because his win percentage is starting to go up. Starting to creep above.
Yep, under 10 to go, 7 to go right now. Yeah, he's still up front. It looks like he stayed out there. I think right now track position is the biggest key.
Yeah, 7 to go. I mean, you hate to say it, barring any huge wrecks in the front of the pack, if you're outside that top 5, really top 3, I don't foresee any shot at coming home with the checkered flag, but hey, we've seen crazier things.
Yeah, I have seen it. Well, let's go ahead and bring him up here. I know he didn't have the race he wanted here tonight, but it's going to be Ryan Bradshaw going to be joining us up here in the booth. Ryan, buddy, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're currently running in 18th. Yeah, you started 19th, but not the race you wanted here. How's it going for you out there? You think you have something for these drivers?
I mean, on the short run, I'm fine. It's turn 1 and 2 is just kicking my butt. I can't get it right no matter what I do. So I hope to get a top 15 out of it. So.
So you're just gunning for a solid finish, top 15, top 10, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I seen you in chat. I seen you. You said you was alone. No spotters.
Everybody left me.
Oh. Well, it seems fake, man. Hey, the race ain't over, buddy. Good luck, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Appreciate it.
Man. All right, Ryan Bradshaw back there running at 18th. Hey, still not a I wouldn't say a bad run, but probably not the race Ryan wanted. Maybe come out here, maybe top 5, top 10. Hey, top right now currently running in 18th, where he started 19th. Hey, he's still up a position.
I mean, he's still rolling, so that's got to count for something, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, he very well could still get a top 10, barring a huge wreck yet again. I mean, when we take the green flag, we're going to be under 5 to go, and we're going to see things that, I don't even know what we're going to see, but we're going to see something.
Well, here's the thing. 5 to go. If the leader takes the white flag, that's it. Whatever happens behind him happens.
Oh, yeah.
If a caution comes out before the leader takes the white flag, we're going to be under that one and only green-white checker. So that's what's going to happen. Plain and simple here, Nicholas. I mean, 5 to go, coming to 4 this time by. Looks like we're to get maybe 3 coming to green at 3 to go. I don't know. But that's what I'm estimating as we come on the backstretch and into turn 3. So that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, we definitely got 2 situations too up front. I think James Thorndike kind of wants to see 2 more cautions in this thing with those older tires to where that 107 is saying, please, can we just go green to the end? I got the better tires. I know I can get them if we get there, but he's definitely going to need a good launch off of this next restart to be able to stay right next to James as they go through turns 1 and 2.
Well, under a certain laps, blocking, you can do it. But, of course, if you block and you cause a caution, you can be at fault. So we're going to see definitely some blocking going on. And I think James may be one of the drivers that could be doing that blocking, as well as Chris Scala, Matt Alverson, Jake Bustos, and Lee Staples. That's the top 5. It could happen, but we got to get through these final 4 laps or 3 laps. When we come to green flag, we got to do it. Are we going to do it under regulation? We don't know. Nicholas, out of 2, get him going here, bud.
All right, out of turn 2, James Thorndike yet again picking that inside lane. Chris Scala on the outside. Matt Alverson cleaning up those tires, trying to get a good launch to be able to stay with James Thorndike sitting in P3. Jake Bustos, got it, correcting myself, on P4 on the outside and running at the top 5, like you said. Lee Staples been there all night long as they come through turns 3 and 4. Yet again, looking for that pace car to make that hard left-hand turn up out of turn 4. James Thorndike looking for it, waiting for it as they come out of turn 4 right now. Pace car is off. It is James Thorndike. He can go, and he's going now. Green flags in the air here in the Doug Designs ARCA series with the 107 of Chris Scala with a good launch. 2 cars back as they go down through turns 1 and 2.
3 to go here tonight. Chris Scala all over the back of the 59 out of 2. Down into the inside of James. Can they make it? 2 to go. Chris coming back for the lead here tonight into 3 and 4. Here we go, folks. Coming this time by. 2 to go.
It's Chris Scala's man to win, I think, because he is able to clear James Thorndike off down into turn 1. 2 to go here in the Doug Designs ARCA series as they go through turns 1 and 2 to 4. Matt Alverson looking to put some pressure. Caution is out.
We got a caution. Green white checker. Yes, we do. I don't know where that happened at. We're going to Rick Donovan Sr. going to be involved in this. Not sure if that's where it started or if that's where it happened, but we're going to go back and take a look. So the one and only green, white checker. Now, Rick going to the inside, making a good smooth pass there with a 10, but it looks like maybe some contact or net coating. It looked like he could have caught that white apron there out of 4, spinning him, tries to save it, does. Gets it back going. Good save by Rick Donovan Sr. He is A-OK. Gets it back out onto the track, so we're going to stay with Rick, but that's not where it happened. The 92. Chris Canfield and the 83. That's where this caution may come out. Okay, well, we see here the 92. After the 8 gets off the apron there, the 92 getting high. The 83 and the 92 really close together. That's probably going to be on the 8, but I am not an admin. And then we see maybe some neck coating there, some hammy action going on between the 83 and the 92 that spins the 92 of Chris Canfield on the racing surface. That is, of course, going to bring out the caution. And then the 8 T-bones, the 92. Oh, man, that is, of course, that's the caution. Oh, the one and only GWC here tonight. Go ahead.
You hate to see that, man, but Chris Scala with the pit strategy, we called it earlier, pit and stay out. He's got the fresher tires. He was able to pass James Thorndike, and he's looking pretty good, man, to pick up this checkered flag.
Yes, he is. Chris Scala up front. Thorndike in second. Mount Alverson third. Jake Bustos fourth. Lee Staples in fifth. I don't interview anybody under a green white checker, Nicholas. Yeah. You know that.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean,
you're a driver, bud. You're a driver. Now, talk about Texas as a driver. If you was out here, with what has transpired here tonight, what would have been your, beginning strategy, and then seeing what happened, what would be your ending strategy?
Well, beginning strategy, I think those guys staying out for as long as they did was the right call. Much less I'd like coming down and getting tires and fuel and everything. But I think keeping them out of trouble for a lot of those guys early on was the right call. Now, ending, I think Chris Scala caught it right. I said the same thing. I think the next caution you pit and you stay out the rest of the race. That's exactly what he did. And look, he's found himself right here sitting P1 in a green-white checkered situation, and he's looking really good to come out of here with the race win.
Well, this is not the only race we have at Texas. Tomorrow night, the Northern Capital Truck Series will unload the trucks and come right here at this track. We've seen what happened tonight. What do you think may happen tomorrow night? There's no stages. It's all about racing to the end.
I'll actually be out on the track tomorrow night.
Exactly. That's why I want to know.
Honestly, I hope for a few less cautions. Hopefully, we can get this thing going in the Northern Capital Truck Series. But the same thing transpires. I think I definitely learned here something tonight. Staying out in those early stages, keeping that clean track. Less opportunities for you to get in those wrecks. And then towards the end, just got to make that right call in the pit strategy. If it is kind of like the Doug Design ARCA series was tonight. But, all those guys in the Northern Capital Truck Series are all great drivers. So I think tomorrow is going to be a heck of a race. And all you guys out there in chat should definitely tune in tomorrow night because I think we're going to see a good one.
Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be a good race tomorrow. I do appreciate everybody out there sticking with us here tonight on MaxSpeedTV with everything going on. It's been one heck of a race here tonight for sure. 11:16 Eastern, 10:16 Central here this evening. As we're going to do time here with Medlock here on MaxSpeedTV. But Chris Scala, James Thorndike, Matt Alverson, Jake Bustos, Lee Staples, Edward Morris Sr., Pierce Moffitt, Brad Slaughter Jr., Randy Kruder, and Orlando Rivera going to round out the top 10 here under the one and only green-white checkered that they get, Nicholas. So, Chris, as the leader, he's got to cross the line to take the white flag. If he doesn't and a caution comes out and he's in the lead, he'll win it under caution. If he doesn't, it's a race back to that checkered flag.
Yeah, and if I'm Chris Scala, you want to create as much distance as you can between everybody behind you. So if I'm Chris, as soon as all four tires go off on the pit road or below that line, and when you can go, oh, wow, interesting here. Chris actually
chose the outside. Is that what you was going to say?
No, I was not going to say that, and I don't think I did that. But looking at this, I kind of like this strategy, Josh, because what this is going to do, this is going to force the 59 of James Thorndike, right, with those extremely old tires down low in front of the Ford of Alverson. So I actually kind of like this strategy call from the 107. Is what he's doing right here. He's basically going to force people to go to the outside, and I think this move right here, honestly, might wrap this up for Chris Scala for the win. This is a heck of a call from him.
Well, as long as he don't get the bumper hook.
I think he'll good. I think he'll be able to clear the 59. Like 59's got, if I'm not mistaken, way older tires than him.
60 plus, roughly.
Yeah, so he should be fine on that aspect. He should be able to clear him with these down into the one. This is a great call.
All right. Well, Chris Scala is going to be on the outside. James Thorndike to the inside. Definitely some difference in older tires, 60 to 35. James Thorndike, 60 older tires. Chris Scala on 35. But Chris going to be getting them going here on the outside of the pace car dives off. Chris is going to be on the loud pedal. No tire spin between anybody. Well, guess what? Green flag is back out for the one and only green-white checker down into turn number 1.
As they go down into turn 1, top 5 is going to get single filed out as Edward Morris Sr. moving up to that 5th position. The 4 of Matt Alverson.
Here we go. Right up front. Can Chris cross the line for the white flag? He's got a good gap at about 3/10. White flag in the air. Whatever happens, happens, folks.
As they go down to turns 1 and 2, Matt Alverson trying everything he's got to get by these guys. James Thorndike holding it on at a turn 2.
All right, James Thorndike now up into 2 seconds to the inside. It's going to be the 74 Jake Bustos out of turn number 3, 4. Here we go for that second place, but it is going to be Chris Scala winning it here tonight. James Thorndike going to take second, and Jake Bustos in third.
Yeah, definitely a good call from Chris Scala. I was kind of like scratching my head, like, why is he going to the outside? And it kind of came to me. That was a great call. I think that was a huge difference maker. He was able to get that distance between him and second place, and it was all she wrote from there.
It looks like Chris Scala disconnected as soon as he crossed the line. What? I'm going to go back and take a look here on the MaxSpeedTV replay. It took 2 to go there, but Chris Scala is going to be our winner here tonight. Well, what happened to Chris? Oh, it looks like he's blinking out there from what I can see, or it might be my internet. However, folks, we're going to step away and take a commercial break in the top 3 up here for the interviews. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. All righty, folks, we have caught up with our top 3 up here. We are going to start here with Jake Bustos, though, in our third place finish here. Jake Bustos, buddy, got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
I could be better if Google would get their crap together, but we'll talk about that at a later date. But hey, man, what an awesome race out here! You managed to finish in third. Talk about the racing out here tonight, and really what it took to, gather that number 74 machine and to finish where you did here tonight in third.
Man, I don't even know where to start. The race was, it was a marathon. We had a green flag run. Me and a couple other leaders, we got caught on the tail end of the lead lap through green flag cycles. Came back around, was running mid-pack for a little while, avoided a couple real close calls, and we were able to gather up and bring her back home to third in the Doug Design ARCA League.
That awesome finish, Jake, here in this, coming back after the 2-week-long break, but next week, I don't really remember where we go next week. Next week, we go to
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Oh, Hotlanta. So how do you feel about Hotlanta next week?
I feel pretty confident. I feel like it's going to be another kind of a race here where tire management is definitely going to come into play. We were really good on the long run today. We were able to run down the leaders, and we had something for them in that one real long run we had. So I'm looking forward to it, trying to put this Go Army car back up here in the top, get a couple more points, get away from that bubble for the playoff. But I'm excited.
All righty, buddy. Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give for your awesome finish out here tonight?
I just want to, thank the other drivers around me. James Thorndike ran me real clean there at the end. We had a good finish. I want to thank Andrew Hess for the paint. We have a special paint on this week. We didn't get to run it for Memorial Day because it wasn't finished. But on the hood, we have the driver or the soldiers that I'm active duty Army, and these soldiers lost their lives in 2011 when we were deployed to Afghanistan. So it was nice to put them on the hood and have them ride with us. And I think they definitely helped me navigate through some of the chaos and bring her home third.
Oh, we're going to go ahead and get that screenshot there. John, Urgin, Edward, Louis, Thomas, and Adam. I'm not going to go through their specific ranks, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and get that on here in honor of the fallen. Of course, there's many more, but Jake, thank you for that. And hey, congratulations on third place here tonight, man. Ready to see you at Atlanta next week. Gonna be difficult.
Yeah, definitely going to be a challenge. I'm sure there's going to be a few notes from this meeting, and hopefully the drivers take note of that going into the next race, and we can run a couple more green flag laps.
Yes. All right, we're going to go ahead and let's get back down there before for the post-race show or post-race drivers meeting. Jake, congratulations on third, man. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Uh-huh. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our second place finisher here this evening, James Thorndike. He battled it out, and I believe Nicholas Broman has caught up with that GTR simulator machine here this evening.
James, it's Nick. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, oh man, I tell you what, you're just a couple laps short of coming home with that checkered flag. Looking at it now, is there anything you could have done something a little bit different to be able to get that one spot better to take that home?
Well, I could have pitted when everybody else pitted with about 32 to go and got fresher tires. But other than that, it was either I block and take a chance on getting wrecked, or I just run clean and finish in the top three. And I chose to run clean and finish in the top three.
It's definitely a good, strong finish. I know you were getting some pressure there towards the end of the 74 coming down the backstretch. So take us through that little battle for second place coming through turns 3 and 4.
Well, I knew he had a little better tires than I did, along with the 107. So I figured if I backed up the corner a little bit in 1 and 2 and took a little bit slower through the center, then I could get on the gas a little bit quicker than him and I'd be able to stay down low and not give him the lane to pass me in. So that's what I did, and it seemed to work out for me.
James, definitely good P2 finish for you. Would you like to throw any shout outs out there?
Yes, I would. I'd like to thank Doug Designs, first of all, for sponsoring this series. He's a great man and great sponsor. I'd like to thank GTR Simulator for coming on board for this season, for sponsoring me, along with ECM, my team owner, Shad Curran, for having me join his team. And I'd like to thank the team for all the help that they give me. The patience they have for me is awesome. And the U.S. military for everything they do for the United States for us, so that we have the right to do this and the freedom to do this week in and week out. And I got to give a shout out to my brother, Jeremy Clifton, for the excellent paint job that he did for me.
All right, James, definitely good, strong finish for you. Good P2 finish. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for putting on the broadcast. You do a great job week in and week out.
Thanks, bud. We appreciate it, man. Go celebrate.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. It's going to be Chris Scala. How did he did it? How did he do it? Well, guess what? We've got that 107 up here in the booth with us. Chris, congratulations on the win here tonight. Man, you are a standby as well, so you are going to really upset that top 12, win the points, man, in this win, man. Talk about your race, and what did you have to do, man? We want to hear from you, man.
I'm still trying to figure this out myself. I'm just, I mean, I showed up tonight, ran like 5 laps of practice because I had to update the thing, and I forget who I was running behind in the turn 1, and I about knocked the wall down in practice. And then going to turn 3, like, hey, let's go wide open, and that wasn't happening, and I was like 35th in practice. And in qualifying, I go and get myself disqualified because I'm learning the strict rules of iRacing qualifying now. And I mean, I've had everything from I forget which car it was that literally sent me airborne under a caution in the back straightaway to getting the car fixed, to a long run to the heck am I doing here? So I mean, I'm cool. I'm happy about it, and just I guess just thankful for Rick for and proud of him for what he's done with this league all these years and stuff, and of course Rudy and everybody at Max Speed. I mean, Rudy and I have known each other for years,
So you know Rudy.
he won't admit that, but we do know each other and stuff.
Okay.
But I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be here and thankful to be able to race. Thankful to have a good group of guys out here. I understand there was a lot of cautions, and I'm sure a lot of people were discouraged tonight and stuff. But you know what? The real guys have these kind of races too. I mean, look what we watched for 6 straight weeks on Fox and stuff when the racing was on iRacing.
Yes.
Same issues. So, hopefully these guys keep their heads up and they'll go to next week. And, but I'm happy with it. James, I think it was James.
Yeah, James Thorndike.
Yeah, Thorndike. I'm bad with names. I can't even remember my own sometimes. But
that's bad, man.
Yeah, he did a great job tonight. Finished second. He's had some terrible luck. I was talking to the guys in the channel I was in. Apparently, they're called the Misfits. I don't know. It's what they call themselves down there. So I guess I fit well with them. But James has had some terrible luck. So I'm happy to see him finish second tonight. And I don't know, I'm just happy. I'm rambling. I don't know what else to say other than I'm going to be here, whatever league they put me in with Extreme Motorsports, and sponsor the car. As you see, I guess I got enough talent to win.
Well, you did win it here tonight. Now, I have known Rudy for quite some time, probably not as long as you have, but I've been broadcasting with MaxSpeedTV for almost 3 years. And so I've got to know Rudy, but right now there's issues going on with Google. And I'm having issues with just the broadcasting services in general, Twitch, Mixer, Google, all those good things that come about. But we still recorded it here tonight. We're going to splice it together, put it together, and re-upload it. But, hey, we're done with Texas. We got Hotlanta next week. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, first things first, as a guy that graduated with a degree in broadcasting and did it for 10 years of radio and stuff, I know what live's all about and how messed up it can be. So I understand what you guys are going through.
Thank you.
No, I mean, well, it's cool that Atlanta. I mean, obviously, depending on what series they put me in, I guess at least that's according to the rules. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to them after the race here, once I'm done firing the 6-shooters in Victory Lane here. But the Atlanta is a fun track. Obviously, a lot more worn out banking. I live now just a couple hours northeast of Atlanta, so it's I guess sort of a third party home track for me. So it should be a fun race, especially with these ARCA cars and stuff. The way these tires wear out, especially with the new build and stuff, it's going to be about saving tires at Atlanta.
Well, I just seen a Facebook message, not to keep you, bud, but Rudy did say hello. So, glad to meet you, Chris. Rudy apparently knows you. So
he admits it finally.
Yep, he admits it. So he said hello, and I said yes, sir. So hey, congratulations on the win here tonight, buddy. Any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give before you go celebrate the victory here tonight?
Doug Design, obviously, for sponsoring the series. I've known Doug, raced with him plenty. I think he said something, had some issues tonight and couldn't race. Unfortunate there, but miss racing with you, Doug. Can't wait to race with you again. But obviously, Rick for allowing me to come back in here. Got to race with his dad. I've never done that one before. And just thanks everybody to watching. I'm a big fan of all the viewers and stuff. I know what it's like to put broadcasting on and stuff, and appreciate everybody coming on to YouTube tonight and onto MaxSpeedTV. And just when it comes to the real life stuff, there's so much more important stuff going on in the world right now, and hopefully we all can. Best way I can put it, live in peace. We're all one. So
yes.
We go on from there.
No, we all believe red. That's all I'm going to say about that. Chris, congratulations on the win here tonight, man. We'll see you next week at Hotlanta, buddy.
10-4, guys. Thanks.
Uh-huh. Oh, add me up on Facebook, bud. Look me up.
10-4.
Uh-huh. All right.